You know, barbell rows are a great compound movement and overall muscle builder. I don't know why I've resisted doing these for so long because I'm really starting to dig these bent over barbell rows. Hey gang, welcome back to Mark's 60 plus fitness journey. Okay, well today's workout is back and biceps. And thank you so very much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Now historically speaking, my back workouts have started with pull-ups. And for me, physiologically, pull-ups hit and activate my back muscles, in particular my lats, really well. So I've always enjoyed those, but I wanted to start incorporating another bigger compound movement into my workout programming, and the bent over barbell rows just happened to fit that bill perfectly. So now I start my back workouts with barbell rows, and I have been for like the last 5 or 6 sessions, and I have to say I'm starting to dig these barbell rows quite a bit. Right now I'm doing these in a kind of a progressive overload manner, doing 3 sets of 8 reps. And as I said, they're feeling good, and this is a great way to start out my back workout. My blood is pumping already. You know, one cool thing about today's workout was that I set myself up at this power rack station and did the majority of it right here, and that was pretty cool and pretty convenient actually. So moving on, next back movement is dumbbell rows, and this may seem a little redundant after having done the barbell rows, but it feels different to me in that you see my elbow is closer to my body, and this is probably a little more lat centric than the barbell rows. The barbell rows I think are pretty much all inclusive movement, and in particular maybe the mid traps, rhomboids, rear delts even. But these dumbbell rows are at least they feel to me a little more lat centric. I'm activating my lats a little bit more with this movement. And again, I did 3 sets here, and this was in the 10 rep range. I really wanted to shoot for 8 reps here, but I was too lazy to go back and get a heavier dumbbell, because these dumbbells are all the way across the gym there. Kind of hard carrying an 85, 90 pound dumbbell across there, although it is pretty good work. There you go, second movement, dumbbell rows. Alrighty, that's 6 good sets of back work in already. Let's move on to movement 3 of today's back workout. And as you can see, it is my favorite, pull-ups. And as I mentioned earlier, I love pull-ups. And historically, I would start my back workout with pull-ups, and generally what I would do is shoot for 50 total reps in as few sets as possible. So I would do each set to failure. You know, for example, the first set would probably be 17, 18, 19 reps. And like I said, do them to failure. Now the beauty of moving the pull-ups to the third movement today is that my back is already pre-exhausted. So I don't have to do 18, 19 pull-ups in each set to get the proper amount of work and the proper effect to activate the lats, for example. Now this particular version of the pull-up right here, narrow grip, neutral grip with elbows in, for me, super affects and activates my lats. I like to do these with my hip up, like right there. I'll pull with my elbows in, pull my hips up, and squeeze at the top there. And I can feel that primarily in my lats. Now obviously there's going to be some other muscles activated there, mid traps, rear delts, all that, but this is a really excellent lat movement for me. Alrighty, I'm killing it here. 9 good sets of back work in. So I'm going to finish up today's back portion with some seated cable rows. And I'm opting for the V-bar attachment here because I wanted to keep a neutral grip, thus allowing me to keep my elbows in close to my body, because what I wanted to do was activate my lats a little bit more on this cable row. Now, usually on this seated cable row, I'll use a straight bar, and my elbows will be out a little wider, and it will primarily hit, or mostly hit, my mid-traps, rhomboids, rear delt area. But today's workout was row heavy, not quite so many vertical pulls as I normally do. So I wanted to focus this last 3 sets on hitting my lats as much as possible. And I do vertical pulls primarily to hit my lats. Like I said, for me, physiologically, pull-ups or vertical pulls really do activate my lats a lot. Now, I had a hard time with this 3 sets getting the right weight. I wanted to do 3 sets of 10-ish reps. And as you saw in that first set, it was quite a few reps more than 10. I started out and the weight was too light, and for some reason I didn't get up and change the weight. But the goal was 3 sets of 10 reps or so. But regardless, these cable rows here were a nice way to finish up today's back workout. It was good. I got a really good back pump out of it. 12 good sets and the barbell rows. So I'm definitely happy with this. Now it's time to move on to a little bit of bicep work. Alrighty, let's finish up today's workout with 3 bicep movements for a total of 9 sets. And today I'm going to break out an old classic, the barbell bicep curl. Now, when I was younger, this movement was the staple of my bicep work. Now, these days, I have to be a little more cautious because this does tend to aggravate my wrists, so I can't use these as often as I'd like. But I will say this, of all the bicep movements I do, this is probably the most effective for me. I get more bicep stimulation and activation with these barbell bicep curls than anything else. It's just a great pump. I love them. Like I say, just can't use them as often as I'd like. 3 sets of 7 to 8 reps there. And we're going to move on to bicep movement number 2. And that's a neutral to supinated grip dumbbell curl. Again, 3 sets. And I'm doing these in the 8 to 10 rep range. Now, it may seem like 9 sets is not a lot of bicep work to do, but you have to remember, and I guess it goes without saying, that we have done a back workout, and that has pre-exhausted the biceps to a degree. So I think 9 sets is plenty sufficient after that really nice back workout. And we're going to finish up with 3 sets of supinated dumbbell curls, and again in the 8 to 10 rep range. So that was an excellent workout. Excellent back workout, and a nice way to finish up with the bicep workout. And I want to say thank you so very much for taking time to hang out with me today. And if you do me one more favor, as always, hit that like button, share this with your friends, and if you haven't already, please consider hitting that subscribe button. We'd love to have you here. And with that, I'll say, till next time, go get 'em. Mark out.